Yesterday's clash between Cameroon and Ivory Coast had everything you expect from a high-level African football encounter. History, rivalry, physical intensity, and above all, pressure. This was not just another match. Whenever these two nations meet, the game carries a different weight. Experience on one side, ambition on the other. Power versus control. Direct football against structured build-up. From the opening whistle, the tone was clear. This would be a match where mistakes are punished and moments decide everything. Both teams entered with a clear objective: impose their identity early and avoid being dragged into the opponent's rhythm. And very quickly, the battle lines were drawn. Yesterday's clash between Cameroon and Ivory Coast had everything you expect from a high-level African football encounter: history, rivalry, physical intensity, and above all, pressure. The first half was not about chaos. It was about control. Cameroon approached the game with intensity and verticality. Their idea was simple: play forward quickly, use physical presence, and challenge Ivory Coast in duels. Every second ball mattered. Every challenge sent a message. Ivory Coast, on the other hand, showed patience. They were comfortable circulating the ball, trying to stretch Cameroon horizontally, waiting for spaces to appear rather than forcing them. What stood out was the midfield battle. Cameroon tried to compress space aggressively, while Ivory Coast focused on positioning and timing. Clear chances were limited, not because of a lack of ambition, but because both teams respected each other's strengths. It felt like a match where the first goal, if it came, would completely change the dynamic. As the game progressed, the tension increased. Small details began to matter more: a misplaced pass, a late challenge, a moment of hesitation in defense. Cameroon looked dangerous when transitions were fast. When they recovered the ball and attacked immediately, Ivory Coast had to react quickly to avoid being exposed. Ivory Coast, meanwhile, started finding better pockets of space between the lines. Their movement off the ball improved, and their decision-making became sharper. This phase of the match felt like a warning for both sides. One mistake could tip the balance. And in matches like this, pressure doesn't always come from the opponent. Sometimes it comes from the moment itself. The second half brought a different energy. Cameroon increased their intensity, pushing higher and committing more bodies forward. It was a calculated risk. They wanted to impose themselves physically and emotionally. Ivory Coast responded with composure. Instead of panicking, they slowed the tempo when needed and accelerated when opportunities appeared. This is where experience became visible. Game management, knowing when to press and when to step back. The match opened up. Spaces became larger. Fatigue started to influence decisions, and the game moved from a tactical duel into a mental one. Who would stay calm? Who would make the right decision at the decisive moment? In the final phase, the match demanded maturity. Cameroon showed character and determination, refusing to back down. Their commitment was total, and every action carried urgency. Ivory Coast focused on structure, compact lines, disciplined positioning, and intelligent use of possession. This is often where matches like this are decided, not by spectacular football, but by control under pressure. The rhythm slowed. Fouls increased. Every restart felt important. Both teams understood what was at stake. This match was a reminder of why African football is so compelling. Cameroon brought intensity, pride, and physical dominance. Ivory Coast showed organization, patience, and composure. It was not just about talent. It was about mentality, structure, and decision-making. Regardless of the result, this game highlighted two teams capable of competing at the highest level, each with a distinct identity. And if this match taught us one thing, it's this: when Cameroon and Ivory Coast face each other, football becomes more than a game. It becomes a test of character. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which team impressed you the most, and why?